Utah Jazz. Tonight it's against Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks. They just keep winning. Let's talk about it. It's the Hoops Nerd Show. All right, guys, before we get into it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, remember, if you'd like to support the channel as well, go to PrizePicks and sign up using promo code HoopsNerd. Right now, if you go and play $5, you get $50 instantly. I won $68 today. I bet the over. Basically, bet on Keyonte George, and you're going to do well. I bet the over on rebounds for Cooper Flagg. I won 68 bucks. It was fun. So go try it. You could also do that. It's free money. Once it runs out, then it runs out. But $5 for 50, that's easy money. Go try it. All right. So let's lower me. Let's talk about this Jazz team, this Jazz season. Things are just going interesting for this Jazz team. Once again, they did what I wanted. So I can't complain when the Jazz win, when they do what I say. I wrote about this on SLC Dunk. I'll be honest, I have been not super excited to talk about this Jazz season the last week, and I needed a break. We needed a mental health break here on the Hoops Nerd Show. But you know what? Tonight was actually fun, and I gotta say, if you are playing Taylor Hendricks and Cody Williams, and they come out and do what they did, can't complain. Can't complain, because that is what you were hoping for, is that these players in these drafts turn into great players. Now, it's one game, but they were awesome. So let's just get into this. The story of this one will probably be Cooper Flagg, youngest player to score 40 points. He scored 42 tonight. I will be honest, he sucked at the end of the quarters and wasn't good enough to win this game. He honestly turned the ball over catastrophically near the end of quarters. It was just like a fitness thing or something. He just didn't have enough. And I get that he's a rookie, but it was just the difference, you know, and it was good defense on the Jazz part. By the way, Cody Williams in OT played incredible defense. Just one of the big stories from this game. But yeah, Cooper Flagg is awesome. He's going to be really, really good. But he just didn't have enough in the tank in this one. And, you know, the Mavericks started Daniel Gifford, although he only played 12 minutes, and they don't play Anthony Davis in this one, to be careful with the calf strain stuff. This Mavericks team kind of sucks, though, guys. They're fool's gold a little bit. They're not well run. This is the only pick they have for the next, 5 years. You know, for the Jazz, we can complain about picks and things, but at least the Jazz own their picks after this year. They stupidly, Ryan Smith and Justin Zanuck, when they made that trade for Derek Favors, they stupidly ruined it, and we will likely lose our pick this year if the Jazz keep winning. But at least Utah owns their pick in the future. Now, it sucks because this is one of the best drafts in 20 years. And so it's not the end for the Jazz this season either. There is still very much an opportunity to drop in the standings, and we'll see if the Jazz do some more drastic things. But you got to be happy about what happened tonight. So, anyways, the draft talk, the losing the pick, that's plenty of that. We know what's going on. But it was fun tonight, and one thing we're absolutely seeing is the rise of Keyonte George. He is turning into an incredible player, and I knew this player was in there. I was hoping it would come out. You know, there was some worry last year that it wouldn't, that, you know, the consistency just wouldn't be there, but Keyonte George is turning. He is the best player on the Utah Jazz. He is. Lauri Markkanen is second to Keyonte George. Keyonte George tonight, 11 for 25, or 11 from 20, 11 for 20 from the field, 55%, 50% from three on 10 attempts. And this is ball in his hands, catch and shoot. It doesn't matter. He's scoring at an elite level. 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 37 points, just 2 turnovers. He was awesome tonight, and no one else does what they do without Keyonte George stirring this drink. Led the team in minutes, 40 minutes. Absolutely the best player on the Jazz, looking like an absolute star. and he makes Lauri Markkanen much better. Markkanen did not get this level of play from the guys that the Jazz were starting last year, and he's getting this play from Keyonte George this year, and it's 100% the difference. Incredible. He's running the show, scoring at an elite level. Keyonte George is absolutely that guy. Now, the question is, can the Jazz be good with a core of Keyonte George and Lauri Markkanen, Ace Bailey? We'll see what happens with the Walker Kessler situation when he gets back from injury, but there's some things to be excited about for the future of this Jazz team. And guess what? Even if the Jazz are 10 or 11, I mean, there's a part of me that's like, well, you know what? If we're going to give the pick to the Thunder, at least make the play-in, right? At least make it so it's not the top 4 pick. I mean, if the Utah Jazz win the lottery, then they keep the pick, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. So that's obviously what you want to happen. But I would be much better. I would feel much better about giving like pick 12 through 15 to the Thunder than like pick 9. If Utah, come the end of trade deadline, is around pick 9, they do need to make some drastic moves, and they do need to just tank in an absolutely shameless way. They absolutely do. But for now, what they did tonight is what they should have done. Now, we could argue about whether the Jazz should have traded Lauri Markkanen, and that's something I begged for years now, and they didn't do it. They kept him. So they want to build around Lauri Markkanen more than they would like to go after a top pick in this draft. You know, and I get that it's not for sure. It's a scary thing. We learned that last year, but it is what it is. The big story from this game, Svi Mykhailiuk doesn't get the start. Svi Mykhailiuk doesn't play at all. Thank the heavens. All praise the basketball gods. Finally. And guess what? The Jazz did not miss him. Bryce Sensabaugh gets the start, goes 2 for 3 from 3. He plays 21 minutes. You know, he was a minus 14 with this starting lineup. It's okay. It's okay. If the Utah Jazz play the young guys and they end up losing the games, then that's good because they're getting close to that pick. If they play the young guys and they win the game, then that's also good because it means the young guys are developing and that they picked well. If they play Svi Mykhailiuk and they win games, or if they play Svi Mykhailiuk and they lose games, it does nothing for the team. The fact that they played Svi Mykhailiuk like this and have been so dedicated to him, the fact that he is number 3 in minutes coming into tonight, and they were 9 and 15. They win this game without him. What are you doing, Will? Stop playing him. Obviously, a mandate came from the front office to say we're not doing this anymore, and the Jazz still won. So, yes, would I have preferred the Jazz lose this game, and was I hoping for that? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. And the Jazz get a BS whistle, and Cooper Flagg sucks, all right? Overrated. Finish the game. PJ Washington, can you make a layup, you bum? That said, I'm happy because the young guys are developing. It is such a weird set of emotions we have right now, guys. It is a weird set of emotions, but it's okay. This is what you want. You want these players to develop. It's building through the draft, and this is what's happening. So anyone who's complaining about this, you got to just kind of, it is what it is. You drafted Cody Williams. You drafted Taylor Hendricks. They finally played them. They played well. They won the game. That's all you can ask for. Lauri Markkanen played tonight. Like I said, he is being absolutely supported by the play of Keyonte George, who is 100% just the spoon that stirs this drink. But Markkanen is playing well. For some reason, it's so weird. He's shooting 35% from 3 again. What is going on with the 3-point shot? 1 for 6 from 3. Having said that, he did score really well from 2. He's 33 points tonight, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. Pretty great. Now, I feel like I have a frustration with Markkanen. It's why I wanted to trade him at his peak value before. It's why I'd trade him now, although it's getting to the point where it might be a little too late. Where's the defense? Utah still has the worst defense in the league, and Lauri Markkanen is 100% a part of that, and he better play better, although he had some nice moments to end this one, I will say. 2001 Gaming Fan, $2. Thank you, my man. Austin Ainge is to blame for losing the pick. Definitely, but also Ryan Smith. It's Ryan Smith and Austin Ainge. Ryan Smith hired Austin Ainge to do the things the way Ryan Smith wants to do them. So we will lose the pick because of Ryan Smith and Austin Ainge. Now, these players are developing. I don't know why we took this long to not play Svi Mikhailiuk. That was stupid. That's a Ryan Smith, Austin Ainge thing. Why we have Svi Mikhailiuk on the team at all is beyond me. It makes no sense. It makes about as much sense as trading for John Collins to only rest him half the time. What was that about? That was so weird and dumb and stupid. There's a lot of weird and dumb and stupid that comes with Ryan Smith and some of these decisions. They're just dumb. Why did we do that? Why didn't we trade Lauri Markkanen? Right? We have the number 29 defense. Yes, we won tonight. Super fun. The Jazz are still 10 and 15. I don't know. I'm trying to be positive. Here. Right? We lose the lottery once and we freak out. Anyways, had we the first 2 seasons post Donovan and Rudy, had we actually tried, we probably have another superstar in our midst, but it's okay. We're gonna be positive here. Filipowski played well tonight, got the start. He can't defend for anything, but he certainly can do a lot offensively. 69% from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. He spreads that floor and shows what the Jazz can do with a spread offense. It kind of shows what Walker Kessler needs to be good at next year if they re-sign him. He just is a really, really good offensive player. He just is. He shoots the 3. He gets the ball inside. He plays tough as nails too. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. Can't complain too much with that. That is some pretty awesome production. Utah won this one with offense. The final score shows it. I mean, this was 140 to 133. Utah cannot guard at all. And at some point, Lauri Markkanen needs to defend. And, Keyonte George needs to defend. But they also need to put defenders on the floor with them. And we saw some of the potential with Cody Williams and Taylor Hendricks tonight with what they do and what they did. But anyways, we'll get to that. Ace Bailey goes 3 for 9 tonight. The shooting's not quite there. He's not being featured very much. Another frustration with the Lauri Markkanen stuff, just the force feed Lauri Markkanen game. I would like to see a more spread floor. I'd love to see a little bit more Ace Bailey in the offense. Tonight he played a lot of defense tonight. They went at him. He fouls out in this one in 24 minutes. They honestly were going at him hard. But look at that, just a -2. Ace Bailey was not the reason. Ace Bailey was playing good basketball today. And 3 assists, 2 rebounds. I'm just super impressed with Ace Bailey that he tries to play the right way. He is not playing in a way where he's trying to get his. He tries to make the right play every time. At times, almost too unselfish. So, he's going to have better, and that's the other thing. If Keyonte George is this good, it really is hard to lose every one of these games. Because he was, I know Cooper Flagg scored 42. Keyonte George was the best player on the floor tonight. No question. He was the best player today of both teams. And the percentages show it. The final score shows it. What he does is great. He just, in fact, let's just talk about Keyonte George. Look at this. 55% from the field, 11 for 20. 50% from 3. 10 for 12 from the free throw line. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. And like I said, just 2 turnovers. Just incredible play from Keyonte George. This is all-star level stuff. And in all honesty, if the Jazz do keep winning, he needs to start getting some consideration. He is 100% the most improved player. I don't care who else is up. Keyonte George is the most improved player across the board, improving in so many ways. Look at this. 6 percentage points better from the field. 6. That is a huge leap. Huge. To go from 39 to 45, he's now shooting better from 3 than that's a tweet, baby. He's now shooting better from 3 than Lauri Markkanen. He is at 35.2%. And if he's shooting 50% from 3, that's just going to keep on going. He is playing superstar level stuff. This is where you win the games. Even without a center on the floor, Utah played without a center tonight to open up the rim for other players to score, and it did not matter. It didn't matter. They were that good. So Utah has a real, I just hurt my thumb. Utah has a really interesting off. Got it. Ouch. I just scratched my thumb on the desk and now it hurts a little bit. But anyways, Utah has a really interesting offseason coming up, and they, maybe they can make some sort of trade, fill the gaps, set the tone, and maybe win some games next year. We'll see. I mean, who knows? It would be fun if the Jazz were good. Things are more fun when you're trying to win and if the Jazz are good. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe something good happens for us finally, and maybe we win the lottery this year, even with a lower pick. All of you that say it doesn't matter, like you can win the lottery late in the lottery. Well, all of your integrity and all of your character is on the line now. For everyone who said that, judgment is coming. I cannot save you. It's coming. Anyways, I can't say enough about Keyonte George. I saw this player before when I watched him play. You just needed him to get the percentages better. We talked about that for the last 2 seasons. Honestly, you probably got tired of me saying it. He's not that far from being great. It's just some little, a few percentages better. My fix was that he'd just take less of the bad shots, but now he's just making them. And he's so good at drawing fouls at this point, both at the 3-point line and in the paint, driving to the basket, all of it. It makes him just so lethal. Like that foul he drew from the 3-point line in overtime was crazy. He's just really good. He's really good. And, I have to say, some of the development from this Jazz team is questionable. Capital Q. I know, late one tonight. Tough win for us. But you know what? Our young guys are playing well. Can't feel too bad, house money. Questionable development. Because I had heard some things from certain people that even in training camp before his rookie year, Keyonte looked like the best player. And then it was like they just wanted to focus on other things. I feel like Will Hardy has some arbitrary, stupid rules and ideas with development. I think they're dumb. I think that you should treat your players like you believe in them instead of constantly forcing them into situations where they're set up to fail. Like, of course, rookies playing with grown men who are having starting positions are not going to succeed. Of course, those veterans are going to keep them from playing as well as they possibly could. Veterans trying to earn extra contracts are not interested in helping young players develop. They're interested in getting new contracts. That's why the stuff with Svi Mikhailuk is so stupid and bad management. It's just dumb. It's really dumb. It's super, super dumb. I cannot tell you how dumb it is. And this idea that we have to play our way into... No. Did the Detroit Pistons worry about that with Cade? They seem to be doing pretty well. Number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And Cade got to play. The dumbest thing ever would have been if the Jazz win the lottery last offseason. Would we have even seen Cooper Flagg start, or was it the Svi Mikhailuk show to start? It was crazy. Just really weird, arbitrary, dumb rules that sometimes we need to ask ourselves, why are we doing this thing? Right? It's okay to ask yourself, why are we doing it this way? Is this actually helping? Is this actually working? Because some of the rules we've been doing these last 3 years with development are stupid. They are stupid. Like what I'm seeing with Ace Bailey. It is dumb and stupid. Svi Mikhailuk getting minutes over Ace Bailey is the dumbest, stupidest thing ever. Why was Ace Bailey not playing more to start the season, right? Yes, he got into the game, but it took like 12 games or however much to get him on the floor in the starting unit. Sickness. All right. There's my gripe. All right. So Isaiah Collier as a backup point guard is playing well. He plays defense. One thing about this bench unit is that they play defense. That is one of the calling cards of this bench unit. The starting unit could learn a thing or two, although I think the Jazz are interested in losing these games. I was actually very pleased with what the Jazz did today. I know I've been very hard on them, but I did like that they manipulated lineups. So they lied to us again, in the preseason. It's just, they can't not lie, right? Cover their own poor decisions and their own shame, but they lied. But it's okay because we knew it was the right thing. I guess you can't say it. Mother Burger 217, welcome to Rookie. Welcome, Mother Burger. But anyways, they manipulated lineups, and it was the right thing. Guess what? It's time to focus on the youth. And I do think it's interesting. I wrote on SLC Dunk. I hope you guys are going to SLC Dunk every day. The best blog in the Jazzosphere. No question. We defeated all the other blogs in the blog wars. They have all died. They were defeated by us. And yes, it cost us 2 managers. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Amar and Milo. I'll carry on the legacy for you. But anyways, you better be reading SLC Dunk, the best blog out there, read by the Jazz front office. Maybe not anymore since I say mean things about them all the time, but they do. They do. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that, they manipulated lineups. They told us they weren't going to do that anymore. They told us they weren't going to tank, and then they manipulated lineups tonight. And they did last game too. So the Jazz are worried about losing the pick. They should be worried. They did a lot of stupid things. I mean, Ryan Smith's absolute 100% obsession with like trying to win around Lauri Markkanen has kind of backfired because Utah's 10-15. Maybe they'll keep winning. I don't know. But Utah should be focusing on the youth. It's what they should have been doing all season. Playing veterans is stupid. It is really dumb. Let them go play on other teams. Let them go play for the freaking Clippers or something, right? But anyways, that's why tonight I'm happy because they played the young guys and they proved them wrong. The Svi Mikhailiuk, Kevin Love, Nurkic stuff looks really bad. Kyle Anderson was a -20 in this one. It's crazy. Yeah, Mother Burger, I agree. I'm really in on Key turning. Key is one of our stars. He just flat out is. You cannot even argue with it at this point. Now, maybe he has some crazy dip. You know, maybe there's just a fall off here or who knows. But he is just absolutely looking like a star. He just is. But anyways, Isaiah Collier played 31 minutes tonight, and I love that he plays hard defense. You know, it's great. Kyle Anderson played 15 minutes and was a -20. Maybe we should have played him more. I don't know. But just a reminder that the vets, you know, not playing vets didn't really change too much tonight. Now, the thing that really, really changed the game tonight was the play of Taylor Hendricks and Cody Williams. And I hope Will Hardy took note of what they did. 2 things that they did. First, they played defense, like big-time defense. Taylor Hendricks wasn't perfect. He's still recovering from injury. He has a lot of ways to go. He missed out on an entire season of development. He deserves this time. Playing Kevin Love and Svi Mikhailiuk and, you know, Kyle Anderson and heaven forbid George Niang over Taylor Hendricks is malpractice, and it's bad management. It's just bad. And especially on a night like tonight, Taylor Hendricks goes 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. He was a +2. He grabbed 4 rebounds and had 1 assist that he threw to Cody Williams. It was great. It was great. He is playing. He's just showing that he can shoot the ball. In fact, we got to start having a talk about this 3-point percentage stuff. I actually think that if the Jazz get a big-time offer for Markkanen, they need to look at it. But they're getting to the point where they're playing so well. I don't know. But 43% from the field now for Taylor Hendricks, creeping up, and 38% from 3. How he hasn't been on the floor more is beyond me because he also brings the defensive element. And if Will Hardy was trying, that's what's crazy about all this, is Will Hardy was trying to win these games and was choosing guys like Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson over Taylor Hendricks. Now, maybe there was injury reasons, and if that's the case, then we give credit where credit's due, but it certainly doesn't look good tonight. Taylor Hendricks was knocking down shots, And that form looked good. It was one of those nights where it looked like everything was going in. Now, the person I'm so proud of and so happy for tonight was Cody Williams. We just got to watch this dunk. I didn't even realize it was him. But this was crazy. Look, he just saw it, took it, and I mean, that's the aggression you want to see from Cody Williams. That right there. And then he followed it up with an and one jump shot. Look at this. He drives. He gets, let's see. Oh, this was the corner three. That's the one assist from Taylor Hendricks. Let's see. This one right here.
Walt, the trailer, Cody, inside, caught the rim.
I just was so impressed with him. I just want him to play with aggression. Believe in yourself, Cody Williams. This was the one. I was really impressed with this. Boom. Like Cody Williams scored 12 points and just absolutely changed this game. Even here, this is like third quarter, game on the line. Cody Williams making things happen. And it's not just the offense. It's the defense that makes me excited. The defense is what gets you this plus 15, right? The offense is great, but without the defense, you don't win basketball games. The fact that Cody Williams can win these games and impact like this, I mean, he has great size. You see how good he was, like 6'8", and he's long. And it was one of those games I was watching him. He just looked big. Like he looked big and long to me on the floor. And personally, and I know this sounded crazy earlier in the season, but I just said, why are we playing Svi Mikhailuk? I 100% would rather watch Cody Williams start at the 2, Ace Bailey at the 3, Markkanen at the 4, you know? And then, you know, I want to see Taylor Hendricks find his way into this lineup too. But if Taylor Hendricks is just an elite backup, or who knows? But, you know, and by the way, yeah, Mother Burger, they lie to us. Many times they do. They do not tell the truth. So when people say, oh, the Jazz said this, oh, that, remember this. They lied about that with the Cody Williams thing. They lied about the manipulating lineups. We knew it was going to happen because they wanted to keep Markkanen, but they keep saying they want to keep the pick. It's just, you know, I get tired. Sometimes I try to, you know, you guys all understand because you've been around. But there's people out there that still will tell me things like, well, so-and-so said this. Well, of course they did. Do you think that the Jazz front office tells the truth all the time? Does telling the truth benefit them? Sometimes. Sometimes not. This is a game. It's like playing Survivor. Sometimes you're probably not going to be as truthful, so you survive tribal council. Walter Clayton did not have his best game in this one. He did not. He's been playing really well lately, but tonight just played 13 minutes. Not particularly great, you know? Yeah. I don't know, Mother Burger. It is crazy. This is a crazy season. It is crazy. But anyways, guys, that's all I got tonight. That was a fun one. Shout out to Cody Williams. Shout out to the members. Thank you so much to Mother Burger for joining again, the rookies, and thank you so much 2001 Gaming Fan for the donations. Means a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna lower this. We're gonna play the music. We got to win this lottery, guys. So what we're gonna do is see if we do. All right. Oh, by the way, let's just check our standings in Tankathon here. Look at this. Utah now at 11. It's crazy. But look at this. They keep winning too. Utah loses. They can still drop to this area. I actually think, guys, we'll see. We'll see. All is not lost. If Jazz can just get to like this spot, I'm pretty happy. Clippers are going to keep trying. Probably going to make a move at trade deadline. The New Orleans Pelicans are starting to win. And they play well, and Derek Queen looks awesome. So I think the Jazz probably, who knows? It behooves the Jazz to lose. All right, if the lottery was today, what would happen? The number one pick! The basketball basketball gods blessed us tonight. For our win, we get the number 1 pick. The number 1 pick. Yes. 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 Manifest. 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 Yes. We did it. Oh, baby, look at that. Dallas gets the 2. That's crazy. I don't care. We get the number 1 and AJ Dubonsa joining this Jazz core, baby. Oh, could you imagine, guys? Oh, life would have meaning. All right, let's go and give these all-stars a shout out. Let's give it, like, wait, we gotta refresh this. We gotta make sure we're right and tight here. Let's see. Okay. Whoa, Jace Garner, all-star. Whoa! Jace, we got to get you a nickname. It looks like you rejoined. Or I don't know. Guys, next game, think of nicknames for Jace Garner. It's your homework. Do it. Let's give a shout out to Jace Garner, Steve Areno, Stusser, Let Him Cook, Sturdy Pots, Ezekiel Ricibe, the man from down under, Tyson Price, the price is right. See ya. Lex Later, you got a birthday coming up, my man. Jordan the Goat, Besserell, Christian House, Money to Haas, Robert Hall of Fame, Arcs Poetica, I Believe in Steve, Jazz Exile, Austin R. Grant, Editor Extraordinaire, Kiefer, 3 at PG, the OG, and Patrick Akubo, the connoisseur, my man. Patrick, you coming to Utah anytime soon? You visiting? $5 from Christian House Money to Haas. Super appreciated, Christian House Money. I really appreciate it. Incredible just generosity from you and to all the Jazz fans. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, go to PrizePicks, put down $5. You will get $50, but use promo code HoopsNerd. I will talk to you.